All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Predator Alliance League 2020 Summer, and we are back with the Hearthstone eliminations for our second and last Hearthstone match for today between Zells from Holy Angel University and KungFuhrer from University of the Philippines. Diliman represent. Well, both of us represent.
Represent.
And yeah, that previous game showed a lot of character from both of our players, and let's get into this here, which is a mirror match, or
Full
rather,
on.
their decks are mirrors, but the match we're gonna have for now is not a mirror. It's gonna be Zells on his Demon Hunter, and KungFuhrer on his Hunter, and these are pretty standard builds as well. Nothing too out of the ordinary, though they do have a little bit of variation in their cards as well.
Yeah. It's very surprising for me to see this sort of actual mirror. I haven't seen this in a while, man.
Mhm.
It feels so odd how I did note some key differences in their decks,
Yeah.
and there's only just some one card deck in each of them almost, except for the Demon Hunter. The Demon
Yeah,
Hunter
Demon Hunter has a little bit more finagling around with the cards between them. But
yeah.
yeah, like for the Warrior, which is banned, so wala tayong sapakan sa Alliance League for today.
No. It's exactly the opposite, Iron. Because if there were warriors here, we'd have armor, resident
Oh yeah,
sleeper.
Almoran sa Alliance League. And
Exactly
since we
that.
have DH and Hunter, this is
Strong fest.
actually yung sapakan sa Alliance League.
Like the top two
Mhm.
face players just going to duke it all out.
Mhm.
This will be fast games.
You know,
Hopefully
the H.
not.
Yeah. Mhm. I'm
Hopefully
really
we'll see like
excited to see how all
fading
this
glow.
plays out.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's it's a very we live in this weird timeline. But I guess while we're waiting for the game, I guess it's time for a chat rally.
Yeah, the virtual
Iron.
hangouts chat rally. Just type in your votes. You saw how it worked in the previous game. Then let's get right into here. The hashtags are hashtag UPD win for, of course, UPD, and hashtag HAU for Holy Angel University or HAU. And of course, you
Yeah.
cannot forget the very important hashtag as well. Hashtag Globe Prepaid Virtual Hangouts, because Virtual Hangouts is brought to you by Globe. So yeah, same prize as earlier. One lucky winner from the correct guess will get 250 Philippine pesos worth of Blizzard credits. So you won't lose anything. Plus, you'll be supporting your school, your representatives, and it's really just going to make our community richer. This collegiate esports community that we've been building for years and so many splits and seasons now. So just make some noise in the chat and show support to your schoolmates, or if they're not your schoolmates, your friends, or just in general the players that we have for today.
Yeah, because we
So
have some budding
yeah.
professionals
Mhm.
who's going to decide for their eventual career paths in later on in life, and if they see that from their runs in campus esports that they have this opportunity to be able to continue on for any opportunities presented while you're in the esports scene, then I guess we as advocates for campus esports have already done our job with helping with this community. Yeah.
Well, the job's never done.
Yes. Of course.
We've helped it grow. Now let's help it thrive even more. So yeah, of course, we also have to thank uh, all of the what do you say? All the people that have made Alliance League, Predator Alliance League 2020 Summer possible. And of course, it's ISC events, the Campus Esports Development Organization, of course, Globe, and Twitch and Twitch Student, and of course, Acer Predator. And we'll be getting into the game very, very soon between these two players that have uh, very, very competitive decks here. And I'm
Yeah.
really excited to see how this all plays out, because in this matchup where it's Tempo DH and Highland Hunter, every single small play counts even more, because you know, all like this little health difference, missing out on damage could mean the difference between getting a clean win or just getting a wash and getting taken out early.
Yeah. And from the dozens and thousands of games from the Hearthstone Masters and Grandmasters that involve hunters, demon hunters, just duking it out in a battle of who's the better hunter, these minuscule plays will will definitely be the difference between light and death.
We
Yeah.
do have I believe we do have some stats, but these are like from I think from just general ladder, not
This is from
necessarily
industry.
from.
I did
Oh,
collect
yeah,
some.
okay. So this is gonna be Zells on that Demon Hunter against the regular Hunter on the side of KungFuhrer, and I think the statistics that you've dug up do say that it is 62% favored for the Demon Hunter, but of course this is still very very close, and the nuances of play that both of these very skilled players have will really just determine the tide of this battle.
Oh yes, and how do I say this? It's the demon hunters are different. Zel's demon hunter removes has all of the old the nerfed cards. All of them are gone. No warglaives. No. There's Kane, of course, but the significant nerfed cards are gone. Like Metamorphosis, the warglaives are gone, and it has 62% win rate. Probably mainly because it's only been played some sub 20,000 times against hunters
Yeah,
versus
but
the more experienced, a more thinned out Demon Hunter from KungFuhrer, which still uses the nerf cards, but I guess the data has been skewed to still say like 61 over
yeah,
Hunter.
Zell's build does drop those nerf cards in favor of more bodies here. And let's see how that all works out for him. Amani Berserker is one of these cards that was slotted in. Gonna see how it works out.
It's
Kung Fury
surprising
has got.
how, yeah, it's
Mhm.
surprising how actually Amani Berserker curves into the Demon Hunter build because of cards like a good augmented uh, uh,
A Guardian
Og
Og
Merchant,
Merchant. Yeah.
Guardian Og Merchant,
Mhm.
which gives you a divine shielded 5-2, which hits very hard if it's not contested.
Or Hammer immediately goes for it, just to make sure that that Amani Berserker doesn't pose a significant threat a turn later.
Here you just have a scoundrel turn for probably maybe a
Mhm.
twin slice. Maybe you'd want to mystery choice into hopefully a metamorphosis or a skull.
Yeah,
Everything else,
I'd I'd probably go for the Twin Slide. I think there's also a universe where where is there a universe where Mana Burn is the pickup here, just to
I
keep
yeah,
Kung
grow
Fuhrer
impatient.
from getting a play in the next following turn.
yeah, I do see it as well. Where what do you call this? It's
But it's still one mana you're not using to contest the board here, and
more
especially
applied pressure.
with the Storm Hammer on hand here for Kung Fuhrer.
I guess it's just an Og Merchant turn, just to have a 4-2 Divine Shield. The Divine Shields are pretty strong, apparently, in these
Yeah,
minion-based face matchups.
absolutely. And that just makes sure that you need to use basically twice the resources and
All I
potentially not be
see
able to
is
contest the board here. Of course,
weakness.
So, yeah.
uh, Demon Hunter naturally has the hero power to take out that, that Divine Shield, but that hurts. That's 4 face
We're with
damage
you.
onto Zells here, but he does get very nice a 2-2, but this does leave his 4-2 open to being just cleared out. Not doesn't even need to trade out.
It was the most mana efficient play for Zells' hand. You have to play all of your mana in order to just stabilize. Here we do see both of the Cobalt Spellkins, which could give him the extra twin slices, the extra silences, mana
The
burn.
twin
Another
slice.
twin
Yeah,
slice.
he gets the twin slice. Is that the mana burn?
Yeah, that's mana burn. That's mana burn.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's mana burn. So he has that going for him. But Kung Fuhrer is not letting up on his beatdown.
Yeah.
15 HP here for Zells. Dangerously low
Dangerous
here.
territory. And this is already 14 on board with the hero power. So any
Power is
damage
gonna
that,
stop at least 3 damage there.
yep.
And so that's not just gonna be 3 damage. That is gonna be a lot of damage blocked out by that Divine Shield Boneshore Brawler.
Yeah.
If Kung Fuhrer has his Guardian Og Merchant Brawler combo, Zells does have to. But Kung Fuhrer doesn't have the same freedom to take out that Divine Shield freely,
I grow
since he doesn't have a
impatient.
weapon as on hand as well.
Exactly. Here, Zells is considering to either twin slice this Bonjour Brawler, which could probably cost him
It's dangerous,
very
man.
dangerous.
Putting yourself at 11, but it seems like that could be the
Oh, he
play.
goes into the crowd instead. Here's the Scale Rider.
Okay, that's one less damage. The really, and this is where the the small differences that we're talking about. That one health that Zell saved could mean a difference here, since he's dangerously low against KungFuhrer.
Now we see KungFuhrer's hand. This Divine Shield. Wow, I can't. This was a
It's huge.
card that I didn't really see. Wasn't on the radar on many people's zoo lists, minion based lists. And when I was surprised that Og Merchant was actually now a staple for these minion based
Yeah.
decks. You see
And
it
if you
right
have,
in just like this.
and it's basically a no-brainer. If Guardian Og Merchant is in the deck, then the natural synergy there, like even with the Amani Berserker, it can be there. Of course, Zixor here coming in. I just like the design of this card.
It's really. It's. I think it's the most played prime card out of all of the primes. Makes it, of course, the most
Like both
stable.
mechanically and just like the art design of it as well.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
of course, KungFuhrer faces the place,
Base
puts
definitely the place.
Puts Zells at 7
Have
here.
there.
That's dangerously low here for this Demon Hunter.
Now, what's in the box for Zells? He might consider Bone Chew. Hmm. He might consider stuff like Altruist. He can, yeah, yeah. Altruist into the Bone Chew Brawler into maybe the Twin Slice or maybe the Mana Burn. So that the Mana Burns
I
might
like the
be.
mana burn a lot because
Yeah.
that restricts KungFuhrer's options in the following turn, which could be what Zells needs to
Do you see?
Stabilize and come back.
stabilize, turn the tides in his favor.
You won't need the extra damage to the face as well anyway. So might as well. There we go.
Exactly. So KungFuhrer here working with 5 mana, not enough for Evasive Worm, not enough for Varanus,
Not enough for Siamat.
not enough for Siamat.
Oh!
Wow, you can see
Read.
KungFuhrer's face is like,
He
bruh.
reads, my man. He reads.
KungFuhrer with a bruh moment. What has he got working for here?
Just
Transfer
animal
Student
companion for
isn't
something.
too.
Oh, he's just gonna go.
I mean,
It's good.
face damage is good, especially since when you consider 2 mana, if you consider the ratios here, 2 mana deal 1/3 ish of your opponent's HP. That's already pretty good.
Exactly.
And
And
he's
with this, yeah.
yeah, and he's still putting Zells on a clock here.
Mhm. But with this altruist on the board, he will be able to clear out either this transfer student or whatever comes out here. Leo Paramisha.
Leo,
Same
Leo,
the same.
he did not want that. You can see it on his face.
Bugbear Scoundrel just smashing in comeback. Another twin slice. Oh my goodness.
That's it's gonna be
But
absolutely painful here.
people, that's 10 damage from all the twin slices, 15 damage from the altruist hit. Wait. Wait, this is too this is too fast for you to calculate. This is enough.
12. I think it's enough.
It's oh my goodness. A
It is
come from
enough
behind
here.
victory. Holy
Ooh, KungFuhrer,
destroy.
quite impressed as well. And yeah, I think that's really the small details, like, right? Like Zells there was at 4 HP, he would have been at much more under duress there, and that's really the power of the Demon Hunter. Like that, without Zephyrus, without Dinotamer Brand, the Highlander Hunter can't quite match. Like that amount of burst damage from the Demon Hunter is just the power of fantasy that the DH players want.
Oh my goodness. Wow. That's they say Twin Slice was bad because of it's now 1 mana, but just you have to reference this game and you're like, dude, if you can discover it from Cobalt Spellkid, you can discover it from Bupera Scoundrel,
Yeah.
and just multiple copies of it destroys.
Feels so well.
Wow. Just
That's impressive.
unbelievable.
But I think going to our next game.
Oh.
I think the next game is gonna be Hunter Zealous, and KungFuhrer now with the DH is gonna be our next game here. So of
apparently
course Zealous
just
is obliged to
smash.
use his Hunter here. While KungFuhrer doesn't want the Hunter mirror, goes for the Demon Hunter for this next game. Let's see if it'll work out for him.
I agree with this pick. Seeing as you already got comeback beat down by this Demon Hunter, you might as well try to do it on your own, right?
Yeah, give him a taste of his own medicine. And while school pride obliges me to cheer for KungFuhrer, I think that the character that Zells shows, like the subtle decision to like preserve that one health, and then for that clear earlier, and then all those small decisions leading up to that huge burst swing turn for Zells, I think definitely shows that he is a contender in the Predator Alliance League 2020 summer. And it's so nice to see students like this that their decision making is on point, their deck building is on point, and even if these decks are quite meta and quite standard, they are able to express their character in these decks, like with Zells adapting and making his Demon Hunter more have more bodies to throw out, while KungFuhrer, his DH, he's pretty tenacious. That it shows that he's still bringing the nerf cards uh, from DH, get them like the metamorphosis. He still has it, and he's still sticking with those guns. Or maybe he doesn't have the dust for it. But
It was
either
free.
way, all right,
You
yeah,
get
you got free.
plus two four
Just,
immediately.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
but
it's plus two.
still, that shows us some hints of the line of thinking that Kung Fury is going through, and we're gonna have to see how the reverse of the matchup earlier fares for these two players.
So, oh my goodness, it's. I guess it's hard for me to think of like nerf. They nerf cards for a reason, right? And if you're trying to prove to everyone that these nerf cards are still good after the nerf, well, of course, people have successfully done that with Twin Slice. But if you're going to prove that Metamorphosis, Kane, and the War Games of Azeroth are still pretty good, it's in moments like this where you would expect them to shine, right?
To
It's
see how it plays out here, because
I'm
like
not
I
a big
said,
fan of it because it is.
mm,
I was once a free to play player before I made that 400 plus pack opening video, and I
I watched
understand
that.
the sentiment of wanting to disenchant all of the nerfed cards because it's free dust. Well, KungFuhrer has definitely a different mindset towards that. He thinks that Metamorphosis, War Games of Azeroth,
Still, he
and
thinks it's still gonna work,
Kane's pretty good.
and
Yeah.
thinking about it just from how the cards work. Like we see the swing turn from Zells, and you imagine that with Warglaives of Azeroth. You imagine that like that amount of twin slice, the damage as well. There's just still that potential huge amount of burst that can come in from Kung Fury here.
Yeah.
It's also
Oh,
just a question of it's also a question of what Zells has to stop that, and of course he does have a bunch.
yeah.
He has the Bone Wraith, of course. But
And
other than that, can he stop that if King Fury survives long enough to get that huge swing turn?
yeah, definitely, Zells needs the tempo that KungFuhrer
Mhm.
didn't have in the thought of, let's see, he needed the one drop and the two drop, of
Yeah.
course, and he just needs to tempo out all of the mana generate no, all of the 1 mana, 2 mana, 3 mana, which directly deals with the board.
Hmm.
And if he's able to at least leave 1 to 2 minions alive while Demon Hunter doesn't have anything, that's I guess that's enough for stabilization. As
Yeah.
we have seen in the past game, we didn't
Hmm.
just expect the altruist to be able to stay for an extra turn to deal the extra damage.
The game's
Let
starting
the
here.
hunt begin.
It's crunch
This
time here for Kung
ends
Fury. It is, of
now.
course, a best of three, and one loss already puts your back to the wall here. Garden Og Merchant, decent pickup here. What else?
I went through everything
He's
here for,
distressed. What would he mulligan for here?
let's see, for Zells, I might throw away everything. Maybe the Scavenger's Ingenuity is too slow, but you don't have the dragon, so you might want to consider throwing Skill Rider. And Unleash the Hounds doesn't do anything with the Satire Overseer from KungFuhrer. For KungFuhrer, you
But
don't have your 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop. You Your Og Merchant is better off elsewhere, but you might want to consider it because again, the Divine Shield was instrumental in keeping the boards alive.
So have to see though. Seems he has his efforts on hand at least. So if he gets desperate,
Yeah.
that is the pickup as well.
Oh, and KungFuhrer seems to be
KungFuhrer,
disappointed. It's this
yeah,
mulligan here. This Skull of Gul'dan already on the right side of the hand.
Demons.
Whoa.
he's
Are we
considering. Is he desperate enough to go for the Guardian Augmentation on
to
M2
shoot?
at one?
Yeah, I don't think
No,
so.
he just goes for the Demon Claws and goes
He
straight.
seems disappointed with the mulligan as well. He
Oh, no, it's
he's
KungFuhrer with a knot like this.
not
Okay,
like
don't
this.
break now. Don't break
No, no,
now.
no.
Come on.
Yeah,
He's
you
out
got this,
here.
man.
Oh man, imprisoned Felmaw though. That's
Coin
gonna.
out. That's one of the most
Yeah,
powerful dormant cards you can just coin out.
he
Here,
just goes for the draw here. He,
good, it's fine. Calm.
mhm.
Yeah, he needs to keep his composure back if he wants to he wants to stay in this. Oh, so yeah.
I mean, he can still definitely come back from here.
There you go.
Scavenger's ingenuity pretty slow there, but the thing is, KungFuhrer, can he commit something here?
If he, if he commits this Shadow Weaver, you did see a Scavenger's Ingenuity played already. You might want to consider this Vulpera Scoundrel instead, but it might trade out into the spell. So maybe, yeah, this Shadow Weaver.
Yeah.
Hope that it trades with the
Yeah, this
Felmos. 50-50. Ah!
50-50. Oh god, that hurts.
This Sixor or this Diving Griffin is just gonna clear this. And Driver's Seat.
Definitely Zells in the driver's seat here with a 4-6 Zixor.
Oh, big wow.
KungFuhrer, what does he have here? He's
Ah.
got Kane's not gonna do.
Kane's gonna
No,
trade
Kane.
into the Zixor now.
Kane,
There's
but that's.
Kane.
I guess
Gonna-
it's really only the Bornith that Kane plays into. So there is merit to just using the charge to trade out.
You know
But
what?
that's still a 5-4 on board.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe I'll consider Vulpera Scoundrel into a top deck, into a discovered, what do you call it? Silence Magic, where, yeah. I don't remember the name of the
This
card.
hurts. If he goes for the Satyr, he doesn't have enough damage to clear anything.
It's difficult.
Yeah. Is
Difficult.
he going? It does give him 2 minions on board. He just doesn't have enough mana to make the exact plays that he wants to make.
Yeah, let's go for Vulpera Scoundrel here. Just commit something. Go Vulpera Scoundrel into Og Merchant.
That's one
This
way
is
to go.
very lucky. But that's one of the better plays he could have made. So, it's meh.
Let's say 4-2 and a 2-2. Super meh. Because this allows Zells to control where these minions are gonna come into, and obviously, man,
Oh,
despair.
man.
I feel
Despair.
you.
Or even just corrosive breaths into it. He doesn't even just straight trade.
Definitely. Straight up.
Huh. Wow, just
With
out tempoing this Demon Hunter with this straight
man.
right this 2-2. And
Ooh.
wow. And look at Zells with the he's calmed down. He's leaning in his chair, as if you see, I'm also leaning in my chair right now.
If only you could see all of us are leaning into our chairs right
Yeah,
now.
like that.
What does he got here?
Also call it Katsu Magic. See, I called it. He's going to discover into it. But you need the eye beam now more than ever because you need to heal. You can deal with the Zephyrus with the Twin Mag.
Can he catch up from this?
I don't think so. This Felmos just too big.
Yeah, Felma, the big boy Felma, on turn 1 and getting it back at turn 3, just so big. And then
Alright, what you
crucial.
KungFuhrer trying to give us a message here, which I
Is this a send help?
probably
Do you need an ambulance, sir? Oh, that's so unfortunate. But
hate it. You hate to see it.
yeah, but Zell's here, calm and collected. He knows that despite being in such an undeniably ahead position, he's still playing it as optimally as he can.
Exactly. And with this, I think, is there anything you could grab uh,
Skull?
from this
No, no,
Skull
no,
of Gold
no.
deck? Let's check his
Let's check his
stuff.
deck list here. Is there
Nothing.
anything
He can
here?
get a
Not,
bunch of
there's
brawlers
nothing
for
here that
taunts.
stops it.
It,
Has he
why?
drawn both shadowy? Yeah, he has.
Oh, there. Here's the brawler, as I said.
Okay, okay, that's
Second stop.
okay, okay.
Uh
Oh,
oh.
Zells.
Uh oh.
Oh,
Oops.
Time grows
what's
short.
I guess
happening?
he, I guess he leaned to his chair too much that it hit.
Oh no!
Oh no!
KungFuhrer has assumed control of Zells. He'll
This is
do
the
it
only way.
himself.
This is the only way. he
This is the
wins,
winning
man.
play for Zells here. But let's see, Buncher Brawler stops 4 damage.
But that's 4
Um,
damage isn't gonna be enough,
but
I
he's
would
still gonna
say.
go down to 4, which means
This is lethal. This is lethal.
yeah,
You trade with the 4/4 with Misha. Then you go face, hero power and skill
yeah,
rider.
and then
You
go for
did
the Scale
top deck
Rider.
your dragon. That was the top deck dragon lethal.
Hmm. But then, but still, Zells was still playing towards that Scale Rider as well,
Oh, and we did see
saving that
the
Scale Rider, making sure that he's able to finish this off
you have
cleanly
some
against King KungFuhrer.
yeah. You have some words that okay, we're not yeah, this is lethal, but okay, there's wait, huh?
Oh, it
There's
seems
something
like
happening.
Zells. Yeah, okay.
There's something
Zells is
happening with
having some
Zells then.
technical issues here, but that's not gonna stop him.
Oh, keep his lethal. Never
What?
mind. Never mind. Never mind.
Okay,
There's a second
still
lethal.
perfect.
There's a second lethal.
It's the other path to lethal there. KungFuhrer gets taken down 2-0 by
Pardon
Zells.
my French. I don't play Hunter a lot.
Valiant Esports. So for all of you hashtag how win guys out there, you've got to be rejoicing. For all of you Valiant Esports fans out there, this is a
We're
good day
definitely
for
not
Hearthstone
salty
for
that
you.
UPD lost. Definitely.
I mean, it's pretty sad.
Yeah. Of
I'm
course.
pretty
They
sad
all
rather.
both play their hearts out.
Yeah,
You see,
and
KungFuhrer.
yeah, and I really like to see those little variations in how they built their lists.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I'm just glad they both banned Warrior.
Yeah. We would have been
Uh,
here for like we would have delayed the entire stream if it was a
mhm.
warrior and warrior matchup.
Warrior on Warrior. So if Warriors wasn't banned from KungFuhrer, would it have had a favorable matchup against either of Zell's pickups here?
Against
Is
Demon
the
Hunter,
question.
definitely.
Yeah, against Demon Hunter, could have been a good chance, but unfortunately, neither of them wanted to deal with that warrior. So yeah, very well played there from Zells, and throughout this entire day, uh, you've seen calm, collected, optimal plays. We've seen the face of despair from both matches. I think
Mm-hmm.
varying degrees of despair.
Sorry.
I'm also in despair. But
Well,
all of you
yeah,
hashtag how fans out there have got to be rejoicing because
exactly.
I believe they'll be announcing the winner for that soon
So,
in the
mhm.
chat. So just watch out. Make sure you actually message Esports Acad Arena or to claim that prize as well. But yeah, I think that's it for our Predator Alliance League 2020 Summer Hearthstone eliminations for today. Uh, we were your shoutcasters. I'm Hiron. With me was Percy. We'll be seeing you with more collegiate action with Dash and Uomi for the League of Legends group stage later today. So just stay tuned. Watch out for any posts as well, and keep cheering for your schools, your representatives, your friends, your crushes, if you have any collegiate player crushes. And let's keep growing this collegiate esports